Hey guys, Aaron Haig here with O-Wrestle. I'm standing here in the gymnasium of the Yukon Millers with Coach Wes Hardy from the Collinsville Cardinals Wrestling Program. Coach, how are you doing today?
Doing great.
Good, you look awesome. I'm so glad that you brought your squad down to Yukon for the Jay Hancock Memorial Invitational. Great to have you.
It's great to be here. Great to be here with the pandemic and all. It's just nice to be able to be able to be in the gym and wrestle.
Absolutely. That's what we love. We love our boys having the opportunity to wrestle.
Exactly.
Hey, tell us a little bit about who you are. Where do you come from? What's your wrestling background, Coach?
I'm actually grew up in Kansas, and I started wrestling when I was 5 years old. My dad coached me all through kids in high school, and I was a three-time state champion in Kansas.
Beautiful.
And a three-time All-American at Fort Hays State in Kansas. Then I moved to Oklahoma. I was able to coach my kid, Gary Wayne Harding, all through kids, and he was a four-time state champion. And he wrestled at Oklahoma State and North Carolina. So now he's helping assistant coach at North Carolina.
He's an assistant coach at North Carolina.
Yes.
So listen, wrestling sounds like it is in your blood.
Oh yeah. We live and breathe it. So that's what we do.
Yeah, that's awesome. You're a legacy builder, and what I mean when I say that is, it seems like you pay a lot of attention in investing into the next generation, the younger wrestlers. As a father, you built your son into a high-level elite wrestler. What are you doing up in Collinsville in regards to the youth? Are you building a junior high program? What does those kinds of dynamics look like?
Really, to build a club, to build a program, you got to start with them when they're young and bring them up and take them, to all the, to national tournaments and take them around. And, they start when they're young. Most wrestlers, but sometimes there's exceptions. You can get guys in there that are athletes, and you can build them in junior high. But
that's right.
Right now, Mike Kime is coaching our kids club, and he was a national champion at Central Oklahoma.
Okay.
University of Central Oklahoma, and his son wrestles for University. Nate Kime wrestles for University of Central Oklahoma right now.
Great.
So he's coaching our kids club.
And UCO is a powerhouse wrestling program.
They're tough.
Absolutely.
He's the head coach there.
That's right.
So, yes.
So man, you've drawn out of the resources of a local university to build your wrestling program up in Collinsville. Great job, Coach.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So now there's some breaking news that came out last night up in the Collinsville area concerning Jordan Williams decommitting from OSU and basically forfeiting the rest of his high school years. Do you have any comments in regards to that?
Well, with social media, we didn't have social media back in the day. Things were a lot simpler, okay? And, when you're a high-level wrestler like Jordan, you have a lot of pressure on you,
yes,
okay?
You do.
So, he's just young. He's a junior in high school. I don't really know a lot about it. I haven't talked with Jordan. Well, I have talked to him, briefly this morning, but he's going to be fine.
Good.
He's going to be fine. And, kids, it's real simple when you're a high-level person like Jordan to just make to put something on social media, sometimes without even thinking about it in advance. So hopefully, I wish the best for Jordan. I think he's going to be fine.
Well, I had the opportunity to meet Jordan this past summer, the summer of 2020. I was up in Tulsa at one of the wrestling rooms up there. Jordan was there, and I had my boy, and he trained a little bit with Jordan. They scrapped a little bit, and I got to meet him. And then just this past 2 months, or a month and a half ago at OSU, he was there for the ranking matches, and I caught him for an interview. And then he wrestled that Cody Chittum not too long ago and got beat. And as a father, I started asking myself the question, I wonder how all these comments that are being made about his performance in that particular match is going to affect his mindset. Do you think that match played any role in where he's at now?
No, to be honest with you, that match, Jordan's not even a 52-pounder. He's wrestled 38 this year.
Yes, that's right.
He's wrestled 45. He's wrestled 52. He's really a 38-pounder. He might even go 32.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing about it, Jordan's not. They called him, and he took the deal real quick.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't even for sure until the day before it was freestyle or not.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
I mean, Jordan's not afraid to wrestle anybody.
That's
so
right. He's not.
And really, everybody ought to be like, wow, this kid will go up 2-3 weights to wrestle somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what he did. I mean, it's not even the same. They weren't the same weight. Chisholm is, he's top notch, one of the best wrestlers in the country.
You betcha.
So is Jordan.
That's right.
But, it'd be like a 26-pounder coming up to wrestle Jordan.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of the way I look at it.
Well, the one thing that I've recognized just by following a little bit of his history, Jesse Mendez out of Indiana, they wrestled together at Who's Number One. I come out of Illinois, so I'm familiar with that Mendez buzz up in that Midwest region. And he wrestled super well, Jordan Williams did. And, following that kid through a short period of his career, one thing you can say about him is he is a competitor. He is not afraid to step on the mat and go toe-to-toe with anybody. And you got to respect that.
Yeah, a lot of wrestlers run from people.
That's exactly correct.
Not Jordan Williams.
That's
if they
beautiful.
ask him to do it, he'll do it. And really, that's the way Jordan Williams is.
Yeah.
He looks for competition.
Yes, he does.
So, he has people that really don't know the sport, what happened, and they're always asking him, about it. They don't understand the sport. They don't even understand that level of wrestling. So unless you do, you can't. Unless you're at that level or wrestled your whole life, you really don't understand what happened.
That's right.
So we've got a bunch of coaches and fans and people, and they're all asking what happened. They don't even realize the weight difference.
That's right, which is a major factor in that loss. Now, one thing last night that I noticed on Instagram, his post had indicated he was going to work on getting some mental dynamics in place and his relationship with God. Yes. Now, everybody typically, when you talk about the mental dynamics, they always think of somebody that is mentally ill. And mental illness oftentimes is a difficult subject to talk about. I'm not talking about illness. I'm talking about the mindset that is required in a high-level elite wrestler with all of the pressures that come.
Yeah,
there are dynamics that have to be in place mentally.
That's what he's talking about.
That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, Jordan is 100% fine. I talked to him this morning. He's talking about getting his mind right to go to the next level.
That's right.
And choosing, he's got some big decisions ahead of him.
You bet you he does.
Where he's going to go to college and a lot of pressure.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Jordan's fine. Yeah,
and I just wanted to clarify that this is not an illness. This is a mindset development issue with a high-level wrestler.
You got to have the right mindset to step on the mat.
That's right.
Exactly.
And then a kid that says he wants to get right with God and improve his relationship there, I can never fault the kid. I respect him deeply.
Yeah,
matter of fact, we pray for Jordan that he will continue to find the wisdom and the counsel necessary to make all the proper decisions.
And he will. He's probably the best wrestler I've ever coached, and I've been coaching a long time.
That's fantastic.
He's a great kid, and he's going to come through this all right. I know he will.
That's so beautiful. Coach Wes, it has been a privilege getting to know you and your heart for your kids there in your program and just your vision for the overall program. Thanks for taking time today to speak with me. You did a great job, Coach. Absolutely.